Thanks to LastPass for sponsoring a portion of this video. What's going on, guys? It's UrAvgConsumer, and it's been a while since we talked about some dope Nintendo Switch accessories. So today, we're gonna be talking about some cool things that I found recently that if you own a Switch, I think you're gonna really like. But before we jump into our accessories, we gotta give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this portion of the video, LastPass. So for those of you who have never heard about LastPass, it gives you a safe place to store all of your login credentials from your email to your social media accounts. LastPass will help you keep track of all of your passwords so you're not wasting time trying to remember them with everything else you've got going on. It'll autofill all of your credentials to mobile sites and even apps on iOS or Android. And trust me guys, you're not gonna wanna go back to typing in all of your passwords once you start using something like this. You get unlimited password storage, and one account works across multiple devices like your phones, tablets, computers, you name it. So guys, definitely check out LastPass. I highly recommend it since I've been personally using it for years, and hopefully you're not using the same password across all of your accounts. Just make something unique, store it with LastPass, and you'll be good to go. I'll have links in the description if you guys want to learn more, and thanks again to LastPass for sponsoring this portion of the video. I know you see the camo Nintendo Switch that I recently got in the last massive tech unboxing. This is what I've been using ever since I got it, and man, this thing is amazing. For those of you who don't know, Colorware is the one who kind of pimped this thing out, painted it, but if you guys are interested in picking one up, I'll have it linked down below in the description. This one could be a bit expensive if you want to save some money and still get the, the same sweet look from the black camo Switch. They have skin options. They sent us some, right, Jay? Yeah. But so you guys can see what those look like. If you want to have this dope look, which I highly recommend, I love this look. It's a lot cheaper, and you don't have to switch out your Switch. You just add to it skins. You know how they work. But those are pretty dope. You should check them out. I was about to move on to the cool stuff, but a must-have accessory that you can't forget is a screen protector. This right here is a tempered glass screen protector. Listen, this is not super fun, but you know what a screen protector does. This is a new Switch, so I have to add it to mine. I've been slacking, I need to get on it, but if you own a Switch, maybe you just got one for Christmas, definitely get a screen protector of some sort. Tempered glass works really well because it looks like the screen. But let's get to the dope stuff. I'm gonna put this thing on the dock and show you guys what I'm talking about. And you'll notice over here, we have some controllers, right? The craziest thing that you can see over here is this guy. This is the PlayStation 4 DualShock 4 controller. And check this out, right on the screen here, your boy is controlling his Switch with a PS4 controller. So yes, this is possible, guys. You can do this yourself. All you need is a little add-on from 8BitDo. And honestly, it's just a cool little USB adapter. Looks like some Mario bricks over here. But with this guy, you can pair pretty much any PS4 controller to use with the Switch. And if you're used to using a PS4 controller, one, you'll feel right at home, but muscle memory might kick you in the butt a little bit because the confirm and cancel button are swapped on the Nintendo Switch. So it might take some getting used to, but if you love the feel of this controller, you might have a good time here. I just think it's honestly dope that you can use a PS4 controller on the Switch. Kind of changes the game. Oh. And you guys can see for yourself, this thing is just like using a standard Pro controller, but of course it's with the PS4. Bam, there you go. Boom, there we go. But one thing to note is that you're gonna have to use the USB port on the dock in order to make it work. But get that, we got some other controller options over here. We'll start off with this guy. Now we all know what the Switch layout looks like for the Joy-Cons. You have these little circles. If you wanna get rid of the circles and go with a D-pad, Hori actually has a pretty cool option with this guy over here. This one is themed with Pikachu, but it gives you that traditional D-pad experience, which is really, really nice. So when you plug it in, you can just have a normal D-pad instead of those little circles. If that really bothers you, you can get that, full feeling of being able to move the D-pad around like that. The only thing to note though with this, guys, is that with this kind of controller, it doesn't have Bluetooth or vibration functionality. So you gotta have it locked on. But it is kind of cool to get that D-pad back. But the last controller I want to show you guys, and something that I've been really enjoying, are actually these guys over here. These are from Hori, and these are amazing controllers. Now, it makes your Switch gigantic. But I definitely think it is worth it if you want to just have like sit down at home and get a really comfortable feel from the Switch. Now these right here are really comfortable controllers, and they're kind of similar to this guy over here in that they don't have Bluetooth and they don't have the vibration motor. So you're just pretty much using it as is. But what's great is the ergonomics, guys. And what's nice is that you get a couple of options with this controller. You see an assign button and a turbo button. Turbo we're familiar with. All you do is hold it down and press the button you want to use a turbo with. And when you're holding that button, you just go ahead and it continues to press it for you. So for a game like this where you gotta just like keep slashing and do combos, it is a lifesaver. And if you want, you can press it again and then it'll just automatically do it without you even pressing the button. But you'll notice this assign button is good for this guy over here, or these guys. You have these extra triggers in the back. So you can assign any of these buttons, any of the standard buttons to those triggers in the back, which could definitely up your game. So for me, whenever I play this game, I think it's called Oni Naki or whatever from Square Enix, I always have this set going. It just makes the game a lot more comfortable, and it looks clunky, but trust me, once you got these things on, it's a really, really nice experience. So I highly recommend these if you're gonna play at home. But let's say you're not using any of these special controllers, you just got yourself a bunch of Joy-Cons, you've invested in these if you wanna have like multiplayers and stuff. Here's a really cool way to charge them. HyperX actually came out with a charging stand that charges 4 of them at once, and this thing feels like pure quality, guys. And you guys can see this thing has like a spear shape to it, but all you gotta do is throw in your Joy-Con and you're charging it, and you see the little LEDs to let you know which one's charging. You saw I just took one out and now it's missing. I like this because if you have a bunch of Joy-Cons, you're playing multiplayer games at home or something, you want them all to charge at once, boom, this is a nice little stand. It's nice and hefty too, so I think it's great. This is a really, really solid option from HyperX. They make great products, so definitely recommend that. Now, let's talk about some audio. So there are pretty cool things that I've shown in the past with the Nintendo Switch, like Bluetooth adapters so that you can take any of your own headphones, pair it up to the Switch. That's cool, but it's also kind of nice to have a dedicated gaming headset made for the Switch. So what we've got right here is the Arctis One Wireless from SteelSeries. And what's nice about these is that they're a wireless gaming headset. You got the little dongle to put in here. Once you plug that in, turn them on, and you're pretty much good to go. And I gotta say, I really like the audio on these. There's some like really expensive gaming headsets out there, but you can just kind of throw these on and you get that full gaming headset experience without needing to spend a ton of money. Honestly, you can use this with more than just a Switch. You'll notice that there's a mic here. You're not gonna do anything with this with the Switch, but if you have like a PS4 or you wanna use it with some other system like your PC or something, you can use them all wirelessly with the dongle here, or you could use the wire for the Xbox. You can use them for multiple systems, which I like. And it's not a huge adapter here to throw onto the Switch. I'm not gonna lie, guys, I really like this one. If you need a solid gaming headset for the Switch, this is one to look into. Now, if you're trying to play the Switch and you don't wanna dock it up or you don't wanna use the handheld mode, and you can't use the crummy kickstand because we all know how bad it is, you got a couple of options over here to keep this thing upright, like this little stand for the Switch that allows you to actually hold up the Switch in any angle that you want. And it also serves as a charger. It has a built-in USB port. You just plug it in like this, takes up no space, and you're pretty much using the Switch however you want. This is the way the kickstand should function, but unfortunately it doesn't. But let's say you want a little bit more than just to be able to charge it. Hori actually has an option over here. This is like the super beefy version of this little guy over here. You guys can see the difference, but this thing does offer quite a bit more. So not only do you get that USB-C port, but you get extra USB ports as well. You get 4 total. So if you wanted to go ahead, take this thing and then use that PlayStation 4 controller, hook it up to one of the USB ports, or even something like the GameCube controller adapter, you got more than enough USB ports to plug in something like that. And it's just a cool way to use accessories with the Switch without having to be docked up to the TV. So you guys saw we couldn't use the PS4 controller without it being docked, but with something like this, you can. So this is a pretty inexpensive option. Everything on this list is pretty inexpensive, which is nice because you don't want to spend a ton of money on an accessory and have it cost more than the Switch. So it's all good. I'll have everything linked down below in the description. I personally love taking these things around with me because I love playing my Switch. But let me know what you guys think. Are there cool accessories that I don't know about that I need to? Let me know with a comment down below. I'll catch you guys in the next video though. Till then, it's your average consumer. Peace. If you're a cool guy or girl, you know what to do. I don't gotta say it.